Mr. Bett, for any conversations amongst Ms. Heard and her friends?
I was.
Can you describe any particular one that stands out to you?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading calls for hearsay.
All right.
Well, to the extent, Your Honor, we're offering Ms. Heard's statements. It's not hearsay.
All right. Well, if you can lay a foundation to that, let's see. Go.
Do you recall any specific instances, Mr. Bett, where you heard Ms. Heard say something to her friends?
I do.
Okay. Can you describe one of those situations?
Yes. The first one, I was taking her from Mr. Depp's property to her apartment in the south end of the city that I believe Mr. Depp was paying for. She was sitting next to me in the vehicle. She was talking to a girlfriend or a friend where they were talking about another male. And she says to the friend, girlfriend, whoever she was talking to, you know, all men are idiots, you know, you shouldn't trust that guy. And then she turned to me and she said, you know, sorry, Sean, not you, I didn't mean that. And I just shrugged it off like it's not a big deal.
Do you remember approximately when that conversation took place?
I would say probably maybe 2012 or 13 perhaps even a little bit sooner than that. It was a long time ago.
And over the years of Ms. Heard's and Mr. Depp's relationships, did you have an opportunity to observe how the relationship evolved?
I did.
And
Well, I'll just see what the next question is.
Thank you.
That's fine.
did you notice any changes in the relationship between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard?
Objection, vague, foundation, relevance, and leading.
All right. Well, I'll allow it if you could get a timeline set in there. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Did you notice any changes in the relationship between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard after the initial stages of them beginning to engage in a romantic relationship?
I did.
And would you please describe those changes that you observed?
Well, I noticed they went from being that loving, almost like high school couple where they were very giddy towards each other. He was very happy, she was very happy, to they started to argue. They started to argue periodically, and then the arguing started to progress more and more and more. And it was always taking place because, you know, Ms. Heard would start this argument.